program, your mid-morning number one fix right here on the big nine.
State is brought to you by Mars Group of Companies, where information meets impact.
is of where are we understand it. It is two consecutive the truth is that where we are in Jamaica at this time, it is that is creating a lot of issues in that the insurance, well, other insurance, but most of us, a lot of us basically operate a motor vehicle. So we're seeing where the notices are being sent out. Those of us who our renewal is due round about this time, going into September, October, we start to get our renewal notices from our various insurance companies. And what we're seeing is massive increases facing us because of the fact that those monies have been taken from the FSC. And remember now that the FSC is financed by the insurance companies and so on. Similarly to the OUR is financed by the utility companies. So for the FSC to continue to be viable, they have to increase the intake from the insurance company. And as a result of that now, the insurance company push back by passing that cost onto us as motorists and the person who insure our homes and so on and so forth. So it is a cycle, a vicious cycle we're seeing. And we are already having perilous time as it relates to put food on the table. We have also seen where the BPO sector have been losing some of its spunk. It is said that Jamaica is not as attractive anymore, so it doesn't provide that competitive edge. We are also seeing where a lot of jobs have been lost in that sector. As a matter of fact, it was reported by the Observer and other people recently that we have lost almost a third of the jobs in that sector. And I did say here before that a number of the buildings that house the BPO centers, they were literally built specifically to take advantage of that sector. Know that the sector is not as robust as it was before. What is the situation with those buildings that were built specifically for that sector? What is the new frontier? What is the new game in town to basically, fill those spaces? These are real issues that we have to talk about, against the frill and the fluff and who is saying this and who is out there on social media and who look a particular way from who don't, that and so on. We deal with the real thing right here at the national level with yours truly, Conrad O'Brien. That is where the rubber hits the road, the real work. And we must put these things out there because it means that our people are under siege. Our people are under siege. Now, talking about the fluff and whatever is happening, there are a couple of things that I also want to touch. We heard recently, we saw doing the rounds on social media, 2 clips. One with MP Isaac Buchanan, the other with broadcaster George Davis. And I certainly want to weigh in on both. Now, the Buchanan matter there, I believe that Isaac have to basically temper some of his comments. We know that he may be looking at the fun of the TikTok and so on, but certainly he has to understand that to whom much is given, much is expected. And when you reach to the level of being a member of parliament, a legislator, I think you have a duty of care, a duty of care. So I would urge the member of parliament for Eastern Portland, Mr. Isaac Buchanan, attorney at law, to just check the boxes, and see how you can really and truly temper some of your utterances. Other one is George Davis. Saw something where he's mocking and talking about had Kuku do not transition, he would do a remix of See People Land and Leave It Alone. No, Mr. Davis, my brethren, George, listen, man. And know in your quiet moment, when you reflect on that, you must have regrets. What you have done is trivialize a moment of grief, a moment of suffering for a wide group of people, including a 3 days old baby that was impacted and affected by that Gestapo kind of operation that took place down there in Cooper's Pen, Trelawney. And I think that, George, we are the first in the Fourth Estate, the media, to call for an apology when people step overboard and behave in a manner that is not keeping in good within the state of good practice. And I'm calling on George Davis, my brethren George, trust me, looking at it, the optic is not correct. It not look good. It seems as if, and you may have had other intention, but certainly what jump out at us is you using a sad moment for our people to gallivant and to make joke of. And I believe an apology is in order. Similarly, I believe that there should be an apology from Isaac with the part of his presentation that he talks about the chopping. You see, let me tell you something. One of the things that you'll get from the fireman Conrad O'Brien, because I have no political axe to grind, I vote when the time comes. But I am not someone who is beholden to any political party in that way. Therefore, it put me in an ideal position to call out anybody. And that is why this morning I can split the judgment, the justice, and I can call and broadcast to George Davis to apologize. And I can also call and Member of Parliament Isaac Buchanan to check your thing and to apologize for that aspect of the chopping part of your statement. Not looking good at all. That's Conrad's take. So come.
Conrad's Steak was brought to you by Mars Group of Companies, where information meets impact.
9:30. Sleep Radio 93 FM is broadcasting live from the University of the West Indies Mona campus and streaming for the culture across Jamaica and the world. Stay connected to the music, conversations, and stories that matter. Listen online at sleepradio.com and follow us on Instagram at sleepradio93FM for advertising and sales opportunities. Streaming for the culture.
Place your garbage bins at the front of your property for Your property tax arrears now. Visit your nearest tax office listed Old Harbor and Spanish Town. Pay by cash, debit, or credit card. And take your TRN if you're paying by check. Property tax phase 4. Street lights, garbage collection and disposal, parochial road rehabilitation, and beautification. Contact your tax office or the St. Catherine Municipal Corporation at 876-984-3111 or 984-3112. Avoid legal actions. Pay your property taxes now.
Me will keep Jamaica clean. Me also be keep Jamaica, keep Jamaica, keep Jamaica clean. Keep Jamaica, keep Jamaica, keep Jamaica clean. Our duty to keep our island clean. We'll be to Kingston, sidewalk and beach. Buy it, finish recycling, please. Proper garbage disposal, me could be keep Jamaica, keep Jamaica, keep Jamaica clean. Keep Jamaica, keep Jamaica. A message from the National Solid Waste Management Authority.
Mars Group Limited is shaping the future through science, innovation, and sustainable impact. From advanced agriculture and resilient food systems to nuclear science, cutting-edge healthcare, and data-driven solutions, Mars builds ideas that improve lives and protect communities. Guided by research, integrity, and long-term value, Mars pushes boundaries where it matters most. Mars Group Limited, where innovation is.
That's the online.
That's no.
But
That's,
it's even over the zero. Because it's unread us.
Represented for Conrad O'Brien. Lock information non-stop. Redeem. Say that.
welcome, welcome back to your mid-morning fix at the national level, right here on the big 93. All right, Sleek Radio 93 FM. Of course, we're up on the 93 FM band on your radio. We're streaming live via www.sleekradio.com. And indeed, we are live on the Conrad the Fireman YouTube channel. We are also live on the YouTube channel at Sleek Radio. That is Sleek Radio 93 FM, right? We are right up there on the YouTube channel. So join us. And indeed, it's your time of the morning. We're going to open the phone lines now, and you can give us a call. Let's hear what's in your mind. Let me know if the sound is cool. All right. So let's tell me if the sound is cool. And I'm here. Number of you, seeing where a number of you are weighing in so far. Let me see if I can share a couple of your messages. So once again, the numbers to call 876-212-9824. That's 876-212-9824. And also 876-462-0919. All right. And we're inviting you to like and share the channel. Please give me a thumbs up. And indeed, I'm asking you please to subscribe to the channel. And of course, subscribe and share and like, as I said before. All right, so Julian Richards is saying, big up to my MP Isaac. All right, good. And we don't have a problem with that. Michelle McCoy is saying, God not sleeping. This own mouth come back round to condemn him. All right, and also Marcia Wilson is saying, yes, Isaac need to be more temperate in his utterances. It's about political correctness, whether we like it or not. Can't afford to kick over the bucket of milk. And you see, one of the things that we have to do, we have to bring the politics, bring the politics to a center of gravity, a place where decency matters, a place where decency matters. For example, I am hearing Abga Fitzhendley, the man who heads the communication department for the Labour Party. Everything he comes out and he calls on Mark Golden, the opposition leader should this and the opposition leader should that, and so on. And one can say, all right, cool. He is working for his pay within the party. Coming to your call. But at the same time, if you're going to basically be calling and you want people to take you seriously, Mr. Fitzhenley, you have to do your thing and make it make sense. Look at the comments that Rosalie Hamilton made about Donald Williams. Call a member of the executive a thief and all sorts of things and create all kind of mayhem, and you don't ask the prime minister to talk to a member of his executive or to even utter a word. I keep on telling you, the fireman Conrad O'Brien is here, have no axe to grind, but to speak truth to power, no matter who the guy is. Welcome, caller. Good morning. How are you doing? Yes, Brother Lewis. Talk to me. I hear the laughter in your voice. I know you're well pleased.
Well, you can see that rioting, and they have lost about 5 prime ministers within a short period of time.
Mm-hmm.
Because what really was happening it's simple that Africa was a foundation of France.
Mm-hmm.
And now that especially those countries like
Burkina Faso. Yeah, man. The great Abraham Traore. Mm-hmm.
they shut off
Yes.
the resources from the Cotia, the uranium, all of those stuff.
They said no more, because the poverty line belong till they bend, till they buck. Mm-hmm. No more.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And I remember on this first station,
Yeah.
when I said that Africa is really the backbone of the whole world,
Yeah, man.
The world,
I remember you said to me more than once.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And I was saying it, and a lady on the program laughed after me as if I'm some madman.
Mm-hmm.
And I see it happening now, and I'm smiling. I'm saying, I wonder if, the universities and all of those systems, the only gear for brainwash me.
Mm-hmm.
Most of our universities and they come out, they can only repeat the rubbish, all of what they told them in those universities. They were dedicated to really question the colonial masters.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, go ahead, Mr. Lewis. Mm-hmm. Wow. I don't know. Go ahead, Mr. Lewis. Mr. Lewis? Hello? He's gone. All right. The line's open. Call and let's hear what's on your mind. Hello, caller? Hello?
Morning, Conrad.
Hey, hi, how you doing, head boy? What's up?
I'm good. I'm good. I am trying to keep up with your new show. So,
Yeah.
I really don't. How you doing, head boy?
No, not yesterday. Tuesday. You spoke to me on Tuesday, head boy. Let me just remind. Hold on, head boy. Let me just remind for the listeners, because it's important. My colleague Gabrielle Hilton, she She's on. She's on. She's on Mondays and Wednesdays. I am on Tuesdays, on Thursday. There, in the initial stage, the discussion about us sharing, hosting together, and Friday. No decision has been made on that yet. So as it is right now, the program 4 days for the week. Gabriel Hilton, Mondays and Wednesdays. Conrad O'Brien, Tuesdays and Thursdays. Mm-hmm.
You see why I always have to say I'm doing good for my age with no aches or pains. Because I mixed up the days. I mixed up the days of the week. We have so much doing sometimes. It happens. But Conrad, I want to have a discussion with you this morning.
Yes.
And sometimes we have to speak the ugly truth, the stinking truth, and nothing but the truth.
Mm-hmm.
When I look at this matter in Trelawney,
Mm-hmm.
and one of the things that is hurtful is the discourse that we're hearing in the public coming from supporters of the government, and I say supporters of the governing Jamaica Labour Party.
Mm-hmm.
What we're hearing is this argument that now people want to legitimize squatting. I want it to be clear. The houses that were bulldozed down there, those were squatters.
Mm-hmm.
Those are squatters. The houses that have not been demolished was the houses that the caveat was placed on, and I think the media needs to separate the two. Because the ones that have not been demolished were the ones who, in 2012, the PNP through Minister Davis and the Morris guy and Portia Simpson Miller, then administration went to court to represent these people. They were denied the case and denied the opportunity to continue the case because they didn't go to court, didn't get to appeal. But in fact, a caveat was still placed on the land. So the legal loss by the PNP then has nothing to do with the caveat that was placed on the land. Am I making sense?
Well,
yeah? Two separate issues.
I'm listening. I'm hearing. Head boy, let me say something to you. I think, you see, this is something. We have a lot of legal luminaries here in Jamaica. Some of them represent the People's National Party. Some of them represent the Jamaica Labour Party. Some of them are in the middle, represent no party at all. They're just going about doing their job. I think that we need to have, among that three cadia, sit down, look at what is the lay of the land as it relates to this Cooper's Pen issue and maybe the wider Orange Grove property, and basically explain it in a very, very, very comprehensive way. Remove the politics from it and look at it in a dispassionate way. We saw there in
Conrad.
Yes.
I'm not cutting you. I'm not cutting you because I don't want you to have a lengthy run up. But I'm saying because I know somebody else is going to have. I am agreeing with you that in fact we should go further. Mm-hmm. This property needs to have a public inquiry, and I'll tell you why it has to have a public inquiry. Because one, we were told by the very same media that this company, New Falmouth Resort Limited, was a dysfunctional company, was a company that was deregistered as a result of 2024 decision where there was no known beneficial owners.
Absolutely.
And the company's registry had an issue with the beneficial ownership. However, the same defunct company is the same company said to have carried out a demolition exercise.
So who are those persons? We need to know who are those persons. Those persons need to come
Conrad,
forward.
I am agreeing with you. You cannot depend
on lawyers alone to have this discussion. In fact, it should be a public inquiry. Because I will say this, and I will say it with no water in my mouth. The children of Mr. Jobson, the rightful owner to that land, was in fact denied the right, the inheritance, yes, to this land. And we must go back to it if we're going to have any discussion in Jamaica about land ownership and people who have been dispossessed by land. The first discussion must be a public inquiry. Let the Jamaican people pay for it. We have been paying for a lot of things that we haven't gotten anything from. Let us know.
Also, head boy, throw in the mix there that we have seen a letter that we understand is a bona fide letter where one of the daughter of the said gentleman and said her father certainly would not support anything of what we saw took place down there in Cooper's Pen. Now, all of these things must come together. And as I said earlier, head boy, you would have heard me in my opening when I talked about the situation there with broadcaster George Davis. You know, basically making a light situation out of a very, very serious situation. I believe that he should apologize. The media, Wayne media, are the first to call and people to apologize. I think he should.
You should go further.
Yes.
Conrad, I am suggesting to you, you should go further. Not only should George Davis apologize for what he said, I am asking George Davis, would he ask the same of the sitting speaker? And why we could ask the same question if you'd ask the same of the sitting speaker to see people land and leave it alone. We are privy to a case that occurred, meaning, I know we say so, is the court says so, that Juliet Holness, the sitting speaker of the House, presided over a land issue dispute between herself and a resident in Lee's flat while she was building her $800 million apartment, and the court said she took over the lady's land and ordered that she paid $1 million extra to the lady for the land that she took over. So will George Davis say to the Speaker of the House, see people land and leave it alone? So you see, one of the problems when you're a journalist, you have to be careful the road you walk, because then when you open a can of worms, will the same be said in Eastern St. Thomas, where people questioning the ownership of the former member of parliament to that land and his claim? So we have to be careful that when we make these suggestions, inadvertently, we don't open Pandora's box. Yeah. And that is what George Davis has done. And he should not just retract the statement. His order should be removed from him, because when you are in the CD, you're a commander in commander distinction. You are, in fact, not just a representative of yourself anymore, my friend George Davis. You are, in fact, a representative of brand Jamaica and Jamaica. And if you're going to laugh at the dysfunctional system that has created squatting in Jamaica and laugh to tell people that you must see people land and leave it alone, you yourself, sir, you are unfit, uncertified in this behavior to even utter that you are an awardee from the state. The award is from the people of Jamaica, sir. It is not your award. It is the people of Jamaica's award that you have collected. And it is highly dysfunctional and disrespectful that George Davis would have gone down that route. And I am calling out his hypocrisy when he failed to say the same to the Speaker of the House. Why don't you see people land and leave it alone? Because it's a public case. So we're not accusing the Speaker. Yeah, this is wrong, man. It is wrong. And I know we understand why he was rewarded this award. The journalism must return to good tenants.
Hold on. I'm not going to go there in terms of why he was awarded or what, but certainly I'm looking at the merit. For me, I find it distasteful of the utterances. I personally have a little issue with some people who have been awarded national award or been given national award, but such is life. All right, my friend. Bless you. You're close?
Well, it was not. Well, as I go, it was not a national award. It was a national reward. That's why he's speaking the way he's now speaking. All the best. Those are my views.
Your view. All right. Okay. Good. So let's open the continue to take your line. Your calls 876-212-9824. 876-212-9824 and 876-462-0919. It is your program. We are right here at the national level on the big 93, Sleek Radio 93 FM. That judgment that George spoke, that head boy spoke of, you can basically see that for yourself.
Morning, can I join for?
Yes, you're on, sir.
Where you going with, Conrad?
I am here giving God thanks, my brother.
You might good to be here when we are talking about, man.
Yes.
The government, no one kind government, man.
Okay.
Jamaica government, no one kind government.
Go ahead, make your point.
And Conrad?
I don't know, sir. Go ahead and make your point, please.
Then they not give Venezuela money over there. That's not kindness.
Head boy. Saying head boy. African, please. You
and them the Cuba money too.
My friend. So what?
But we in Jamaica can't get anything.
No. African, you're a man of you profess to be a member of the Rastafarian faith, right? Are you?
You see, now we're gone now.
Hold on. I'm asking you a question. You're a member of the Rastafarian
My name African.
All right, good. No, well, you're a Jamaican and you're supposed to be a reasonable person. I've listened to you and I know you have a heart for people. My friend, globally, across the world, whenever things happen to our brothers and sisters or to other countries reach out and give assistance. Jamaica is no less. We had suffered Hurricane Melissa last year, and the world, or a number of countries across the globe, basically reach out to our assistance. That is what countries do, sir.
Who get the assistance?
Who get what assistance?
What the world reach out to Jamaica with?
It is for the people. Granted, we are aware. Granted.
Which are the people?
The people that has been affected. They are the ones.
Them get it.
Well, that is the question. The question is.
That is the question.
Hold on, man, please. The question is the $1.44 billion that we understand that was put in the government coffers. We understand that the portal is not owned by the government, but that as it may, was sent to the government. That money, the first person or people who should have called on that money to restore them is the people that is affected. And other monies that came in as a result of the catastrophe bond, the insurance and so on, those monies should be utilized to basically put back the structure in place for our people. So, and
it don't happen.
So, it's not happening. It doesn't happen as yet because to date, we understand.
So when I say no,
Africa, please. Let's allow Go ahead, make your point.
When I say no, when catastrophe happen to other people, we send money to give them to help the people.
Hello?
Catastrophe happen to we down here. And people send money come to the government down here. It don't come to we. So the kindness is not to we, Jamaican people.
African, my friend, please. Let us have an intelligent reasoning. Whenever monies, in the main, whenever a situation happens and a country is reaching out, a country doesn't look at, say, Africa, we're sending $5 for you, and Conrad, we're sending 10 for you. It normally goes through a system. And primarily, it goes through the government of the day. It goes through the government. Therefore, hold on,
and it can't reach we.
Hold on.
It can't reach we.
So call out the government. Call out the government.
After here, it can't reach we. A judgment. Call out the government. A judgment for them. That's about call out government. Call out government for do.
Then who has the money? All right. Thanks a lot, Africa. We have to basically make the conversation in a way that it really makes sense. the monies that is donated goes through the government of Jamaica. Now, the government of Jamaica has a duty to distribute that fund in the way that it assists the people who had been impacted. We're hearing a lot of cries from people that they are still at ground zero. I watched a town hall meeting in Hanover yesterday evening, and I watched town hall meetings that put on by both political parties, the JLP and the PNP, because they both do it from time to time. Now, yesterday, there was a town hall meeting in Hanover. This one was staged by the People's National Party. They are doing a series of them. I think they started in St. Elizabeth. They went to Hanover last night. And when I hear from the people who have been impacted down there, when I heard the two members of parliament spoke, certainly there's a lot to be desired. And I'm wondering if the Prime Minister is not aware of what is the lay of the land down there in Hanover, based on what the people's representative and indeed the rank and file people on the ground have been saying. I was appalled when I heard some of the discourse that is coming through. Talking about that as well, I had discussion with some councillors from both sides of the divide. And they are saying that, listen, water is a big thing in their division. And they're calling on the government to do a little more for them by way of making more funds available to chuck water to the people. Matthew, Minister of Water, that's what I'm hearing from councillors out there, that they need some assistance. So some may bite, some may get it, some may give it. All right? Scott is saying government wicked. And Fid is saying, why are we having problem with Mr. Isaac Buchanan? Isaac is not the problem. It's Jamaica, in Jamaica. He will always strive, whether he is in parliament or not. He is living rent-free in these people's head. Now, you have to understand, you know, sir. Isaac is no longer just a private citizen, Isaac Buchanan. You know. It's Isaac Buchanan, the member of parliament. So Isaac is going to under scrutiny. Abgar Fitzendley is not Abgar, just Abgar. He is a senator out there and a minister of government that is paid by the public purse. So he's going to come under scrutiny. When I decide to come here each morning and sit at the microphone, I am very much aware that I will come under scrutiny and under criticism. So it's not about just leave somebody alone. Do we have callers there? Callers, the number is 876-2 caller. Oh, sorry. We're up on the break. Let's go to the 10 o'clock break. Remember, when we come back, we will be talking to Mr. Nesbitt from the New Kingston Taxi Association. So come.
Live from NPR News in Washington, I'm Janine Herbst. Stocks opened lower this morning after retail giant Walmart reported a slowdown in sales growth. NPR's Scott Horsley reports the Dow fell about 360 points in early trading.
Walmart reported stronger than expected profits for the most recent quarter, but investors were disappointed by slower Both of the discount retailers' existing stores. Sales at those stores rose just 2.6%, which was the smallest increase in nearly 6 years. Walmart sales are closely watched as an indicator of how U.S. shoppers are behaving. Retail gasoline prices are climbing. AAA says the average price of regular gas jumped 2 cents a gallon overnight to about $4.10. Investors who buy government bonds are demanding higher interest rates, which is raising the cost of both public and private borrowing. The federal debt reached a record high this week, topping $40 trillion. Scott Horsley, NPR News, Washington.
NPR has learned an unusual Census Bureau report that President Trump says shows widespread illegal voting by non-U.S. citizens has ties to a Trump-aligned think tank. NPR's Hanzila Wong reports data and election experts say that report's conclusions are questionable.
In a social media post, President Trump claimed the Census Bureau's initial analysis of more than 128 million voter records from 2020, quote, proves that over 24,000 non-citizens voted illegally, unquote. Trump said the final number will, quote, explode after the Bureau checks more records. Many past studies and audits, however, show illegal voting by non-U.S. citizens is incredibly rare. The Census Bureau's report lists no authors and gives little explanation about how it analyzed records. NPR has learned the analysis was not done by career civil servants, and the team behind it included individuals affiliated with America First Policy Institute, a think tank started by officials from Trump's first administration. That's according to a Bureau employee who NPR agreed not to name because they fear retaliation at work. Spokespeople for the Bureau and the think tank did not respond to requests for comment. Hanzila Wong, NPR News.
There have been more than 50 heat wave days recorded in France this year, an all-time record. NPR's Eleanor Beardsley reports the 5 back-to-back heat waves that started in the spring lasted 52 days.
The previous standout year, 2022, saw 3 separate heat waves, but their combined duration was 20 days shorter than this year's total. Additionally, the last heat wave that began July 23rd and just ended is the longest single one on record, beating the previous record-holding scorcher from 1983. 2/3 of Europeans were affected by extreme heat this summer, with heat records broken in France, Italy, Spain, and Great Britain. French authorities say the sweltering conditions this summer caused more than 7,300 excess deaths. Eleanor Beardsley, NPR News, Paris.
On Wall Street, the Dow is down 335 points. You're listening to NPR News from Washington. Israel's military says it's conducting a criminal investigation into troop conduct in Gaza, focusing on the killing of 5-year-old Hind Rajab and her family and the Palestinian paramedics team that tried to rescue her. The child was trapped in a vehicle with her slain family, pleading on the phone for help before she was killed in 2024. But Israel says it won't probe 3 other attacks that killed aid workers from the World Central Kitchen and from Doctors Without Borders. Chef Jose Andres, founder of the U.S.-based World Central Kitchen, condemned that decision. The judge who oversaw the conviction of a black teenager in the fatal stabbing of a white teenager has been removed from further proceedings in the case. Caroline Love from member station KERA reports it comes as attorneys for Carmelo Anthony appeal his conviction.
Carmelo Anthony, now 19, was convicted for the 2025 stabbing of 17-year-old Austin Metcalf at a high school track meet near Dallas, Texas. The case received national attention over the race of the 2 teens. Judge John Roach Jr. oversaw the trial and did a media interview shortly after the verdict. Lee Merritt from Anthony's defense team says the interview violated judicial conduct rules.
The best thing for justice to get him out of the place and get a neutral judge in.
A hearing on a separate motion for a new trial is scheduled for Thursday. For NPR News, I'm Caroline Love in McKinney.
On Wall Street, the Dow is down 379 points. The Nasdaq is down 190. You're listening to NPR News from Washington.
Want to hear this podcast without sponsor breaks? Amazon Prime members can listen to NPR News Now sponsor-free through Amazon Music. Or you can also support NPR's vital journalism and get NPR Plus at plus.npr.org. That's plus.npr.org.
Sleek Radio 93 FM is broadcasting live from the University of the West Indies Mona campus and streaming for the culture across Jamaica and the world. Stay connected to the music, conversations, and stories. Listen online at sleekradio.com and follow us on Instagram at sleekradio93fm. For advertising and sales opportunities, call 876-427-9955 or email sales@sleekradio.com. Sleek Radio 93FM, streaming for the culture.
At Nutrium AG Farms, fresh, sustainable food starts right here on fertile Jamaican soil, grown with care, harvested with pride, delivered to your table. With innovative, resilient agriculture and regenerative practices, Nutrium helps build food security for our nation and beyond. Every seed planted, every crop nurtured supports healthy families, thriving communities, and a stronger future for all. Nutrium AG Farms, growing food, growing hope.
Property owners, pay your property tax arrears now. Visit your nearest tax office, Linstead Old Harbor and Spanish Town. Pay by cash, debit, or credit card, and take your TRN if you're paying by check. Property tax pays for street lights, garbage collection and disposal, parochial road rehabilitation and beautification. Contact your tax office or the St. Catherine Municipal Corporation at 876-984-3111 or 984-3112. Avoid legal actions. Pay your property taxes now.
Place your garbage bins at the front of your property for easy access by NSWMA sanitation teams. Ensure that your bin or receptacle has a cover and the bottom is pierced. One Jamaica. Make we clean up the place.
Host your next event at the UWI Regional Headquarters. Our venue, located in Mona, Kingston, features configurable meeting and seminar rooms, lounges, and lawn space for events and anywhere in between. Our facilities can be tailored to suit any occasion, from RAs to formal business meetings. Call 876-927-2425 or 876-455-9346 to book your event. The UE Regional Headquarters, where great minds come together.
At Alliance International Medical Limited, cancer care is personal, precise, and compassionate. Guided by advanced technology and expert care, Alliance International Medical Transport aims to be the Caribbean's leading cancer care center. Visit Lot 12 Business Center, Drugs Hall, St. Anne's Bay, or call 876-972-6801. Alliance International Medical Limited. We care.
Welcome back to at the national level, right here in Sleek Radio 93 FM. We're streaming live via www.sleekradio. We're up on the Conrad the Fireman YouTube channel. We're also up on sleekradio.com YouTube channel. And we are now being joined by our friends down there at Fit FM. Of course, we normally simulcast with them on a Monday, but we have now moved to Thursday, so we are simulcasting with our friends at fitfmja.com, and they're up on the 96 FM band where they're blanketed down there in Western Jamaica. Now, and also their affiliate stations overseas. Now, it's that time of the morning when we will be getting into a discussion. We have a letter that was sent from the associations to Minister of Transport, Mr. Darrell Vaz. I'm going to just try, not being able to read the entire letter right now, but I promise we will get to that through the program. But I want to just, before I bring in Mr. Nesbeth, I just want to just share with you. So the letter, of course, the niceties is done, addressing the minister, the Honorable Darrell Vaz. It also outlined the address and so on. And his title is Minister of Transport, Science and Energy and Communication. All right. So it goes to say, it started out by saying, we write in connection with the above caption matters and kindly request that you note the following. As sector leader, investors, and stakeholders, we welcome the opportunity afforded by your pronouncement on July 9th, 2026, day 2 of the traffic ticket days held at the National Arena, regarding the upcoming implementation of the demerit point system arising from this announcement and the subsequent panic that has rippled throughout the transport sector and the wider Jamaica public. Notwithstanding, where am I? All right, so it goes on to say, notwithstanding your recent review announcement which could potentially result in a rollback of this or the stay of the implementation date, we crave your indulgence to highlight several critical areas of concern. And it goes on to talk about the systematic irregularities, the traffic ticket management, and so on and so forth. We will delve into or talk about the disparity with the court, the tax administration, Ministry of National Security. Now, it's that time of the morning. It's now 11 minutes after 10 o'clock. We are focusing on the taxi industry, and joining us is Conroy Nesbeth, president of the New Kingston Taxi Association. We'll discuss issues affecting taxi operators and commuters, including fares, traffic enforcement, safety operation, cost, and regulation. Well, this morning we'll be focusing primarily on the upcoming ticketing system, and certainly we are focusing on the no movement day that the taxi association basically have on their agenda, and the concern about that in particular is that coincides with the reopening of schools. So this seems to be quite strategic. Without further ado, let me welcome the president for the New Taxi Association, Mr. Conroy Nesbeth. Hi, Mr. Nesbeth. Welcome to Sleek Radio, sir, at the national level. How are you doing?
Doing fine.
Mm-hmm.
Pleasant morning to you and to your listeners, and thank you for the opportunity.
Indeed, Mr. Nesbeth. So now, Mr. Nesbeth, what are the main challenges that facing the taxi operators, as you understand it, across Jamaica? Why you are proposing this no movement day on the 7th of September coming up, the day that school is set to be back in vogue?
Thank you for that question, because I'm pleased to respond to it,
yes,
so that Jamaicans can hear for themselves what is really happening, and that we in the transport sector, we don't really want to disrupt the economy or to disrupt the children's schooling, because we have children ourselves. What is happening here is that the government proposed to implement a demerit point system that will take away all motorist drivers' license once it accumulates 10 demerit points. Hello?
Yes, man. Go ahead. Listen to you.
Once it accumulates 10 demerit points. The demerit point system, my brother, it is accumulated on more than 100 different traffic offenses. Offenses that we consider in some instance unnecessary or unavoidable. That's why it is something that will reach all Jamaicans, and most time you're not going to be able to avoid it. For instance, demerit points is accumulated on your tail light. That's a light at the back of a vehicle. 4 demerit points when your tail light go out. the headlight, which will be the front part of the vehicle, 4 demerit points when your headlight out. And I know that people are saying that, yes, you should have light. But here's the problem. You don't have any control when a bulb is going to blow. You can drive out from your
before you're going any further than that, Mr. Nesbitt, that particular light issue that you mentioned there, it is one that is concerning to, or should be concerning to all of us. Certainly it is of concern to me, because as you correctly said, that, you know, and you're talking about all of 4 points. And remember now that when you approach when you're out there, the police maybe said that, listen, they can use their discretion, but discretion is not something that is enshrined in the law as I understand it. It is a policeman could believe, say, boy, you bend up your face and things like that, and hear what happened. Hold a 4 ticket, hold a 4 point demerits point here. So it is something that not just the taxi operators in some of these matters should be concerned about, but it's the entire motoring public. Go ahead, sir.
Wonderful. I am glad that you elaborate on that. That's the point that I was making, that we recognize that this thing is a threat to all motorists. And the reason that the government is giving us to implement such an arbitrary
Yes.
984-3111 or 984-3112. Avoid legal actions. Pay your property taxes now.
Place your garbage bins at the front of your property for easy access by NSWMA sanitation team. Receptacle has a cover and the bottom is pierced. One Jamaica. When we clean the place. This is the GOJ Minute for Thursday, August 20. The Planning Institute of Jamaica is that data from the Statistical Institute of Jamaica confirms that Jamaica's economy is showing signs of recovery from the impact of Hurricane Melissa. The regional pass rate for the May-June 2026 sitting of the Caribbean Secondary Education Certificate CSEC examinations is 72.18%. Prime Minister Dr. Andrew Holness officially opened the Alpha Mercy Historical Center, honoring nearly 150 years of transformative service and cultural contribution by the Sisters of Mercy of Jamaica. And Speaker of the House of Representatives, Juliet Holness, has commended the Jamaica Defense Force, JDF, for the role it has played in contributing to Jamaica's reduction in crime. That was the GOJ Minute. For more information about these and other stories, visit jis.gov.jm.
A production of the Jamaica Information Service, the voice of Jamaica.
Host your next event at the UWI Regional Headquarters. Our venue, located in Mona, Kingston, features reconfigurable meeting and seminar rooms, lounges, and lawn space for events large, small, and anywhere in between. Our facilities can be tailored to suit any occasion, from stylish soirees to formal business meetings. Call 876-927-2425 or 876-455-9346 to book your event. The UE Regional Headquarters, where great minds come together.
At Alliance International Medical Limited, cancer care is personal, precise, and compassionate. Guided by advanced technology and expert care, Alliance International Medical transforms lives and aims to be the Caribbean's leading cancer care center. Visit Lot 12 Business Center, Drugs Hall, St. Anne's Bay, or call 876-972-6801. Alliance International Medical Limited. We care.
Conrad O'Brien say no more, this too much. Poverty line along Bentley book. Up a garden house, well, one shuffle up. Mr. Bryan, I say no more. Watch it, man. Redeem represented for Conrad O'Brien. Keep it locked. Information non-stop. Redeem, say that.
Welcome back to your program, your mid-morning number one fix at the national level, right here on the Big 93. We're up on the 93 FM band. We're also broadcasting live via www.sleekradio.com. We're also streaming live and to YouTube channel this morning on sleekradio.com and certainly on the Conrad Obi, the Fireman YouTube channel. We are also joined by our friends at Fit FM. They are carrying the program in their simulcast as they blanket down that side on the FM band on your radio. You can pick them up at 96.7 on the band down there in Western Jamaica. Now, we're in a discussion with the president for the New Kingston Taxi Association, Mr. Nesbeth, and this morning our discussion is not what is impacting the taxi operators in the street, etc., but certainly we're focusing zeroing on the demerit points that is supposed to become in vogue on the 1st of October, and there is a no movement day that is planned by the Taxis Association. So we're talking to Mr. Nesbeth about that. So, Mr. Nesbeth, thanks for holding, sir.
Yes, I'm here. Thank you.
Now, Mr. Nesbeth, I want us to zero in, and I want you to be kind of sharp on these answers because we have limited time. Now, you mentioned the sticking points, those things that, have there been any meetings to address these matters with the Minister of Transport, Darrell Vaz, in recent times?
Not recently, no.
Mm-hmm.
What has happened is stakeholders from across Jamaica, leaders of taxi associations from across Jamaica, all came on board with the no movement day.
Mm-hmm.
They see this as a threat to life and property, as do I.
Mm-hmm.
And they are all on board. And we together penned the letter that you were reading to the Minister of Transport, to the Prime Minister, and to the Minister of Justice. Our intention is to secure a place at the table to negotiate our interest. Because when they come out with this and we propose a withdrawal, the minister came out and said he recognized the concern from the public and he announced that there will be a review. But the people that are and that will be mainly affected, which is us, we are not involved. So we pen the letter to ensure that we will be at the table to negotiate our interests to the minister. And another thing, we are of the view that the implementation date for October, the matters cannot be fixed within such a short time span. So we expect the minister to whether set back that date pending the review.
All right, good. So you're saying that the letter, and I will read the letter fulsomely for our listeners when I conclude the interview with you. You're saying that this letter that is sent off to the letter that is sent off to the minister, it is a letter that has a wide stakeholder buy-in from the various associations to include groups like Encarta, TADS, your association, and the various parish associations across Jamaica?
Hold on. I'm saying that stakeholders in the sector, Encarta, People Voice, the Transport Society movement, Taxi Association from St. Mary, St. Elizabeth, etc. Not TADS. We don't know if TADS as representing us.
All right, so TADS is...
We don't know of that. Matter of fact, we are of the view that TADS is going against the interests of the sector. TADS...
Sounds like we need to talk to Mr. Newman, because that's not my understanding.
Well, while we propose a peaceful course of action to resolve matter, TADS is publicly denouncing our course of action.
So hold on. And that course of action that we're talking about is the No Movement Day that is planned for the 7th of September. Stay there with me. Yes. Stay there with me. The 7th of September is the day when the school is said to be back fully in vogue, or most of the school will back out. Why this strategic day that you guys plan to have this No Movement Day?
Well, we set the date so that it allows for the authorities, those that are in charge, to address our concerns. Because the intention is not to disrupt. We really don't want it to reach to that date. That's why we make haste and pen a letter to the minister with our concerns. What we want is for the matters to be addressed so that we can all go on and develop as a people.
Important point there, Mr. Nesbitt. So you're saying that even though you have a wide buy-in from the various taxis association to put this No Movement Day in place on the 7th of September, you're saying that the ball is in the government court to avert that No Movement Day. They could basically talk to you guys and basically put their point out there. You would basically put a stay of execution and that No Movement Day. That's what you're saying?
Exactly so. We love Jamaica and we want the best for Jamaica. What we propose is only because our back is against the walls. And matter of fact, this thing can be fixed easy.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I want to highlight that there is another association head that is not with the course of action. That gentleman is Mr. Lauren Finnegan.
Mm-hmm.
Those two are not with the course of action. While the entire Jamaica and the entire transport sector, we've been getting calls from all parishes.
Somebody is asking if it's as a result of those two names that you mentioned, they have very, very close arm's length to the minister and to the government. Would you go down that route, or it's or they are concerned that they're and what they're also asking, what are they proposing outside of the No Movement Day?
Well, that is a question for them. I am saying to you and to the listeners, we have a big problem with people being put in the media purporting to speaking on behalf of the transport sector. And in truth, they are going against the interest of the sector.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. All right.
Now,
mm-hmm. Go ahead. Close
our view is that Mr. Todd, or the Todd's group,
mm-hmm.
they are going against the interests of the sector. And look at it this way. As I mentioned, we have stakeholders right across Jamaica who saw the concern, agree with the course of action, and approaching the government in an amicable way to deal with this thing. And we only have two groups who are saying are going against.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. No, Mr. Nesbitt.
I am saying,
yes,
we don't want the government to show up these two people as if they speak for the sector to bring out any false narratives. That is why I categorically highlight that they currently are saying that they're not with what we're doing while the entire sector is concerned. So what are their reasons? I don't know.
Good. Now, Mr. Nesbitt.
Yes, sir.
For this No Movement Day to be aborted on the 7th of September, what are the basic minimum that you're asking for from the Minister of Transport, Darrell Vaz, and by extension, the government of Jamaica?
Well, it was discussed in the meeting with the stakeholders, and it is encompassed in the letter that I sent to you. One is that we need to be at the table to discuss our interests, to negotiate our interests. Because you cannot be reviewing something and we that will be affected the most are not at the table. Mm-hmm. Does that make sense to you?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And two, at the very least, we want the date that is set for October to implement. We don't think that is a realistic date. Pending the amount of outstanding issues that need to be addressed.
Mm-hmm.
So those are the two areas that we discuss and agree on.
Good. So without those two things being addressed, you're saying that based on the communique with the wide cross section from Portland to Westmoreland, you're having a buy-in, and if those things are not addressed, then we could see where our children could be affected come September 7th and the wider the Jamaican economy, because you guys are holding the government feet to the fire, and you'll be going ahead with this?
Well, it is unfortunate. That's why we're asking all Jamaicans to get on board. We have a serious problem. And as we mentioned, it is not a problem for the PPV community alone to expound on it. When you limit it to the sector, I'm saying
no.
This is something that will affect all motorists.
Mr. Nesbitt, we understand that it is, because I just highlighted, for example, things with tail light. Everybody who has a vehicle know that one of your bulb could blow anytime. But I was referring to those things because not all of us, I'm not in the taxi business, so I'm not going to be driving in downtown Kingston and really in that market district on a day-to-day basis or in the town center trying to set down passenger and being impacted. Therefore, that is why I gave you the opportunity to highlight those things that specifically impact your sector. So I'm actually helping you.
Understood. I'm just saying, my brother, all I'm saying is we are looking at a law that will put you out of your property, which is your vehicle.
Okay.
Imagine you save however long you save. We Jamaican, we have to save long to buy a car. Whether it be private or public. And imagine now, the government implement a system that just randomly, arbitrarily put you out of your vehicle that you need to buy. You have your children them going to school, you cannot use your vehicle to carry them to school because your life was suspended because of some little foolishness that you could not avoid. Let me give you an example, my brother.
As I leave, because I have to wrap now. I
was
spend a lot of time
by
with
the
you.
Transport Authority, and they used the electronic device to run my plate. And they told me that my documents was not up to date. The fitness, to be exact. So right there and then, I could have gotten a $15,000 charge for no fitness with 4 demerit points. Now, when I check, my documents are up to date, and the electronic device or their system weren't reading this thing properly.
Well, that's another Pandora box that you're opening right now. So the checks and balances within the collaboration of the system, you're saying that is also at fault. Because what their electronic system is showing, that's not what is basically coming through from TAJ or from whichever other authorities.
Precisely. So this thing is so broad that it will damage and hurt the ordinary Jamaican. Yes, it will be damaging to us. But I'm telling you, this law is a law that is draconian. It is arbitrary. As a matter of fact, I was speaking to a legal mind about it, and it was pointed out to me that it amounts to a constitutional breach of the right to use your property.
All right, I have to leave you there, Mr. Nesbitt. I think that's something that you guys are Jamaican, because any Jamaican can basically test this. So maybe there could be a class action or basically take on this to see if it's really a breach of one's constitutional right. Thanks a lot, Mr. Nesbitt, for joining us this morning, right here on at the national level on Sleek Radio. God bless you. All right?
Yes, sir. Thank you.
You're welcome. All right, so that's Mr. Conroy Nesbitt, the president of the New Kingston Taxi Association. Now, the last thing there that he mentioned is a very, very, very interesting point. Very interesting point he made there. And that now goes to the heart of the system. Because what it means that any one of us could be driving down the road and our vehicle, because of course you know that the gadgets are there, so the police will now run your plate. And he's saying that his vehicle was actually the fitness was in vogue, but the electronic device said that he was not, his car fitness was up. Those are matters that the authorities must look at. All right, let's go to the phone line. Hello, welcome, caller.
Hello, good afternoon, Mr. Bryan. How are you doing today?
I am very well, thank you. This sounds like George.
Yes, this is George.
Yes.
I'm just checking up on something in terms of with the programming that 2 days you're gonna run 2 days and your other
not gonna. That's what we are
colleagues,
doing. That started from last week. Yes.
Yes, your colleagues is gonna run 2 days. So with the final days, which you're gonna call the program, not here. We don't hear anything about that, and I think that would be a good thing for the two of you to co-host the program. Reason being why I said that, I realized that the 2 days that she's on, you kind of a lot of regular call, I am not hearing them. So when you co-host the program, I think it would encourage them to come onto the program and make the discussion be fruitful, you know. So that is why I call you to ask you.
All right.
What about it? Because we're not hearing anything.
All right.
About
Certainly that's a management decision. However, I know that when I gave the as to the changes with the program, we did say that, you know, the committee was that was something that when looked at for both of us co-hosts on a Friday, of course, you know, and as it is now, the program run for 4 days. So I do 2 days and Gabby does 2. So I'm unable to speak to you on that. So just work with us for the time being. Gabby and Mondays and Wednesdays, and yours truly, Conrad O'Brien, and Tuesdays and Thursdays. That's the lay of the land for the time being. If there's any changes, I'm sure that we will basically inform our listeners on that. Thanks a lot for asking, George. Anything else?
Yeah, I hope the management here and take it into consideration.
All right, sir. Anything else?
Okay. No, not at all. That's what I did want to.
All right. Thanks for calling. All right, so.
All right, take care. Have a good one.
You too. All right, we continue to take your calls. 876-212-9824. That's 876-212-9824. And also 876, what did I say? 876-212-9824 and 876-462-0919. I mentioned in my opening commentary the kind of impact that government policies can have on the nation or on a people. The FSC, which is the superintendent body for, say, insurance companies and so on, right? Before the FSC comes into place, there was what some of you would not know, but I know because they were actually right next door my office when I worked with an Eagle Financial Network in New Kingston there, right? St. Lucia Crescent to be exact. My office was at 47, and I think they were at 49 or 50 St. Lucia Avenue, just next door to me. The superintendent of insurance office at that time, there was the superintendent body. When the financial sector had the meltdown, it was said that the system wasn't robust enough. That means there wasn't the regulatory bodies to deal with the banks and a number of other institutions, rather, a number of other financial institutions. The FSC was basically put in place by then Minister of Finance, Omar Davis. I think it was Dr. Bonnick was the first person who had that institution. So the institution is financed by, i.e., the insurance companies. Now, one sec, come in, caller. Now, the minister or the government of Jamaica removed $500 million from the FSC. Now, the FSC, in order to recoup, they basically increase the amount that the insurance companies have to pay over to them. As a result of that, now the insurance company pounds, and what they go to us as the insuring public, and our premiums are now skyrocketed. So it's a direct result of a government action. Welcome, caller. Welcome to your program.
Blessings, Connor. How are you doing?
I am very well. I'm very well, thank you, pensioner. How go on?
Yeah, man. I'm good so far. I'm happy you highlighted the last point, really, increase in insurance premium, because I remember Julian Robinson making mention of it, but I didn't hear the media discussing it more. But I'm happy you made mention of it, because at the end of the day, the insurance policy holders, they are the ones who are going to feel the pinch, or are feeling the pinch as we speak.
This is what I do right here, sir, at the national level, right here on Sleek Radio. We go to the heart of the matter and we speak truth to power, no matter who the guy is. It is our duty to highlight these critical matters. A little bit uncomfortable for some, but it's the lay of the land. That's what media supposed to do.
And the second point, Conrad, read the new buses. I remember Minister saying that another 100 new buses will be coming in. Do you know if they have reached the island as yet? Since we are 3 or 2.5 weeks before school reopens.
No, I'm not sure. That's something that we can get an update on. As a matter of fact, I also believe that there is a deficit, as you mentioned there. We still have not received the entire quota of the used bus that Mr. Vaz had basically purchased for the $1.4 billion. So we probably need to get an update on both and the new bus, the 100 new buses, and also the remaining used buses that we're supposed to get. You see, we have to stay on these things, you know, sir. We have to stay on these things and keep government feet to the fire. As my colleague mentioned, as my colleague Gabby mentioned recently, I think it was yesterday or day before, or Monday, I don't remember which one for a program, that she mentioned that now our government member MPs and ministers, they are now paid handsomely. So we expect them to do real work, not to stay on social media or wherever and doing nonsense, but to be doing real work. All right? Go ahead.
Yeah, and finally, Conrad, read the police commission. What took place in Chilala last week, to be exact, in Cooper Spin.
Yes.
I think the police commission need to come out and make a statement, because I'm still trying to understand how is it that police officers and JDS holders were mobilized from 4 parishes, and yet it was said that the government knew nothing about it, but yet resources were used to carry out a private demolition exercise. And it is something that I think the country needs to know exactly what took place. And because it can't go, because this week, last week, next week it might be St. Anne, the other week it might be St. Elizabeth. So I think there needs to be a statement from the Commissioner of Police or the Corporate Communication Unit of the TSA.
Thanks a lot, Pensioner. I'm up on the time. I'm up on the news. All right? God bless you. I'll opine on that when we return. Let's go to the 11 o'clock break. So come, stay with us.
Sleek Radio 93 FM is broadcasting live from the University of the West Indies campus and streaming for the culture across Jamaica and the world. Stay connected. Music, conversations, and stories that matter. Listen online at sleekradio.com and follow us on Instagram at sleekradio93fm. For advertising and sales opportunities, call 876-427-9955 or email sales@sleekradio.com. Sleek Radio 93 FM.
Live
streaming
from
for
NPR
the
News in
culture.
Washington, I'm Janine Hurst. Iran has dismissed President Trump's threats of unprecedented economic sanctions against it, calling them failed policies, which would further increase anti-American sentiment. NPR's Jane Araf has more.
Trump on Wednesday in a social media post said Iran had missed the chance to make a deal and would face unprecedented economic warfare and isolation. A 60-day deadline expired this week without a return to negotiations to end the war on Iran, begun by the U.S. and Israel in February. A U.S. blockade is still in place, and Iran is still heavily restricting traffic through the Strait of Hormuz, a crucial oil waterway. Iranian Foreign Minister Abbas Araghchi on Thursday called Trump's threats economic terrorism, meant to divert attention from U.S. economic problems. Jane Araf, NPR News, Amman.
At least 12 people are dead, more than 40 wounded following a Russian missile attack on the Ukrainian capital of Kyiv. It comes as Ukraine says its air defense capabilities remain dangerously low, as NPR's Charles Maines reports.
Russia's defense ministry said it attacked Kyiv with missiles and drones, hitting a drone production factory as well as a military depot and a logistics hub. Yet at least some of the Russian fire destroyed apartment buildings as well, driving civilians out of their homes in the middle of the night. Russia stepped up air attacks on Ukraine in recent weeks, trying to exploit Ukraine's lack of interceptors to down ballistic missiles. In turn, Ukraine has upped long-range drone attacks on civilian and military infrastructure in Russia. In the latest, Ukraine struck an oil terminal in the Russian Republic of Tatarstan, part of a wider campaign targeting Russia's energy sector that has caused gas shortages nationwide. Charles Maines, NPR News, Moscow.
California has adopted the nation's strongest wildfire regulations for landscaping around houses. NPR's Lauren Summer reports residents will soon be required to manage flammable plants within 5 feet of their homes.
California has lost almost 60,000 homes and structures to wildfires in the last decade. So regulators have been looking at how to protect communities. Most wildfires are spread by tiny burning embers carried by the wind. When those catch in dry plants next to houses, they can ignite. Now, California residents in wildfire-prone areas will have to manage plants within 5 feet of their house. Only low-lying plants are allowed or well-maintained trees. The rules were delayed several years over concerns from homeowners about the cost and impact on landscaping. For existing houses, they go into effect in 3 years. Lauren Summer, NPR News.
The Treasury Department says the national debt has now risen to more than $40 trillion, a record, as spending surpasses revenue by $2 trillion a year. Wall Street's trading lower at this hour. The Dow down 285, the Nasdaq down 145. You're listening to NPR News from Washington. At the trial of Duane Davis, the man accused of orchestrating the 1996 murder of rap icon Tupac Shakur, jurors have heard testimony from a witness who says Davis acknowledged his role in the killing. Steve Futterman has more.
A former Los Angeles police detective, Darren Dupree, gave details of a 2008 police interview with Duane Davis. Initially, it was supposed to be a confidential interview. Dupree told jurors Davis admitted driving up to the vehicle containing both record producer Suge Knight and Tupac Shakur, and then supplying the weapon.
We handed the gun to Dre in the back seat. Mr. Anderson grabbed the gun and shot across into Mr. Knight's car that Mr. Tupac Shakur was in.
The prosecution calls it a revenge killing. Hours earlier, Orlando Anderson had been beaten up by Shakur and others. The defense argues Davis was embellishing and fabricating the story. For NPR News, I'm Steve Futterman.
Prince Harry and his wife Meghan are moving back to the UK for an extended stay, but won't be resuming their roles as working members of the royal family. And a source familiar with their plans tells NPR that couple's 2 children, Prince Archie, who's 7, and 5-year-old Princess Lilibet, have been enrolled in a British school that starts in September. Last month, they came back to the UK on vacation. Harry's father, King Charles, who was part of the couple's plans last weekend. Charles says he welcomes the news. I'm Janine Herbst, and you're listening to News from Washington.
Host your next event at the UWI Regional Headquarters. Our venue, located in Mona, Kingston, features reconfigurable meeting and seminar rooms, lounges, and lawn space for events large, small, and anywhere in between. Our facilities can be tailored to suit any occasion, from stylish soirees to formal business meetings. Call 876-927-2425 or 874-55-9346 to book your event. The UE Regional Headquarters, where great minds come together.
At Nutrium AG Farms, fresh, sustainable food starts right here on fertile Jamaican soil, grown with care, harvested with pride, and delivered to your table. With innovative, resilient agriculture and regenerative practices, Nutrium helps build food security for our nation and beyond. Every seed planted, every crop nurtured supports thriving communities and a stronger future for all. Nutrium AG Farms, growing food, growing hope.
Bucket and minute, every rubbish in a pan. No dirty up the place, this a we island. So keep Jamaica, keep Jamaica. Say make we do it, keep Jamaica clean. Beg you listen to me please. Plastic bag no fear blowing at the breeze. No proper garbage disposal. Get pulled up in the streets. Bag it and pin it, every rubbish in a pan. No dirty your this a we island. So keep Jamaica. Say me could do it. A message from the National Solid Waste Management Authority.
Property owners, pay your property tax arrears now. Visit your nearest tax office, Old Harbor and Spanish Town. Pay by cash, debit, or credit card. And take your TRN if you're paying by check. Property tax pays for street lights, garbage collection and disposal, parochial road rehabilitation, and beautification. Contact your tax office or the St. Catherine Municipal Corporation at 876-984-3111 or 984-3112. Avoid legal actions. Pay your property taxes now.
At Alliance International Medical Limited, cancer care is personal, precise, and compassionate. Guided by advanced technology and expert care, Alliance International Medical transforms lives and aims to be the Caribbean's leading cancer care center. Visit Lot 12 Business Center, Drugs Hall, St. Anne's Bay, or call 876-972-6801. Alliance International Medical Limited. We care.
Conrad O'Brien say no more, this too much. Poverty lying a long bend till he buck. Up a garden house, well, one shuffle up. Mr. Brian, I say no more. Watch the man. Redeem represented for Conrad O'Brien. Keep it locked. Information non-stop. Redeem, say that.
Indeed, welcome back to your program, your mid-morning number one fix at the national level with yours truly, Conrad O'Brien. Of course, I am here Tuesdays and Thursdays, and my colleague Gabby, she is here Mondays and Wednesdays. So we invite you to join the program at the national level. We're streaming live via www.sleekradio.com. We're up on the Conrad the Fireman YouTube channel. We're also live on at sleekradio.com and and YouTube as well. And we're also up on the 93 FM band. We are streaming live via Sleek Radio or via Fit FM. We are doing a simulcast with them. We're doing the simulcast on Thursdays because I'm no longer on Monday. So we simulcast with Fit FM on Thursdays. Hello, caller. Welcome.
Hello, Conrad. How you do, my brother? Hello?
Yes.
You hear me now?
Yes, I'm hearing you loud and clear. So as
you do, man?
I am very well. I'm very thank you. I'm very well, thank you. Very well, thank you, sir.
Why, Conrad?
It's
the first I talking to you since the Cooper's Pen destruction, disaster.
Yes.
And why the PNP them a give it hell. The PNP them a give it hell. And poor Prime Minister don't know how he take it. I just don't know how he take it. We find a PNP now which is desperate for power. They have never experienced a third term in opposition.
But nephew, you think it's desperation or it is just what opposition should do, basically hold the government feet to the fire? Because remember that for 10 years, going 11 years, the PNP have not had a protest, an organized protest of such. I think when Dr. Phillips was there was a little one as it relates to corruption, but have not had an organized protest. And some of the things that you are seeing happening now, nephew, do you believe that the PNP could survive with some? You're an honest man. You believe the PNP could survive with some of what we're seeing taking place now, nephew? Tell me. Talk to me.
Conrad.
Yes.
Conrad. The PNP have tried to get the people to go on the road. You know that. Them have Mark Bowling then led some demonstration, one in Old Harbor, one in Phoenix Park, Mandela Park, and they just didn't get that national support.
No, they've never had any national organized protest, sir. Never.
But Conrad, I understand the position that if it was the PNP in power, the GLP would have on the road. But right now, the country is not doing too bad. It could be better. It could be better. But the GLP government is holding its own. The Jamaican people is a little more understanding today, thank God for social media and other things. Is a little more understanding today and years gone by. And they know that the government is doing a lot, but they still know that it could better.
But that's not what you're getting, nephew. People are basically out there every day and more, and social media people are coming out saying that, listen, they have voted for the JLP and this was not what they had expected and so on and so forth. Aren't you seeing those out there? Where the people are out there, you see people down in their green shirt and saying that, listen, Mr. Holness, we vote for you, and we're surprised because this was what we expected. The fact of the matter, hold on, nephew. The fact of the matter is that the country at this time has suffered 3 consecutive quarters of negative growth. We're in a recession. We're also seeing where people are still on the blue tarpaulin after almost 1 year of Hurricane Melissa. We're also seeing where the school's principals, the school administrators, they're crying to say that the government has been tardy in doing the work to get the schools back up to speed. Nephew, that's the lay of the land. People are also people are also crying out now to see where their insurance are going as a result of a direct doing of the government by basically taking out the $500 million from the FSC. Those are things that are impacting the people, nephew. But go ahead.
Obi.
Yes.
You know that we hit 2 years straight with hurricane. We have experienced one of the biggest hit by the strongest hurricane ever in this country. You know that. And the opposition not telling the Jamaican people that if they were in government, things would have been worse.
No, why would the PNP tell people that? Why would they tell people that if they were in power, things would be worse?
I have experienced through the 70s. I have experienced through the 80s and the 90s when the PNP were in power in the 70s and in the 90s for 18 years. And Conrad, I am not asking you if the PNP were in power today, life would have been worse.
No. Hold on. The record does not speak to that. The record doesn't speak to that. The record shows that the last time the Jamaican economy grew by 3.5% was in 2007 under Portia Simsimila. That's what the record shows. The record shows. Hold on. The records also shows that the economic recovery of the dungeon that the country was brought into and the precipice of basically collapse that was recovered by the People's National Party's administration when Dr. Phillips reminded Jamaica that he had to be walking with his resignation in his pocket every day because the rest of the world was saying, when will Jamaica crash? Those are hard, cold facts, nephew. You have to deal with those,
But don't stop there. The record in which he's quoting from, the record in which he's quoting from, is also tells you that the Jamaica economy grew the eyes under Jamaica Labour Party government.
When?
It also tells you that.
And what was the situation back then?
And that was in the 80s under Edward Seaga.
Not at all. You're absolutely incorrect. Hold on, sir. Hold on, please. the growth of the Jamaican economy grew the highest back in the 60s when Mr. Lightburn was the Minister of Industry and Commerce. I can't know the Brian you're talking on, nephew, please. Hold on, sir. Hold on. No, hold on, sir. We educate, inform, and we speak truth here to power. The fact of the matter, and you may not be aware, the fact of the matter, the Jamaican economy grew the highest back in those days when Lightburn was the Minister of Industry and Commerce. Indeed, it was then when we had the Industrial Revolution, right? The Industrial Revolution, when a number of things, of companies came on board, and they actually, the people of Jamaica did not benefit from it. It was a time when Jamaica was the poorest. People were sleeping sleeping in all sorts of conditions. You have bug, you have chink all over the place. That's what was the situation, sir.
Mr. Conrad.
Yes, sir.
I am not going back to the 60s, because if I go back to the 60s, it's going to show you that it is square. I am talking from 1980, that 9 years under Edward Seaga. The economy of Jamaica grew by over 5% under Edward Seaga in the 80s.
But that as it may. However, I am saying to you that you talk about the highest growth in Jamaica.
No,
hold on, sir.
I was just comparing.
No.
Make a please, my point, please, and then you can come in. I was just comparing from Edward Seaga until now. And if you do, you will show that I'm still correct. Nephew, hold on. No, that's not how we deal with things. When you come and you talk about Jamaica, we look at the entire period. We don't look at just one area. We look at the entire period. So you said that Jamaica growth was the highest in the 70s, and I'm taking you back that it wasn't not
that
in
point.
The 70s, not in the 70s.
The 80s, I'm sorry. So I'm taking you back by correction, because remember, we have to basically put the facts out there. The fact of the matter is that the highest growth period was really at that point when we
I agree with you that in the history of our country, the economic growth in the 60s, the highest. I agree with you, but I didn't go back to the 60s. I was just dealing with, because if I go back to the 60s, it's going to be too embarrassing and the PNP. I was just comparing from the 80s to now, and under Edward Seaga leadership between 1980 to 89, the economy has grown higher than all the time the PNP were in power. You cannot deny that. It is a fact.
All right.
So if you want to put the 60s with the 80s, then it going to totally bury the PNP. The PNP have never reached nothing near the growth of this country under the GLP.
Not at all. Not. It's not true. But I'm allowing you to make your point. So
no, don't allow me if it is not true.
I'm allowing you to make your point.
Don't allow me if it is not true. You admit that the 60s, the economy grew very well, even though you said the people was benefiting. And the same thing happening in the 80s. And
hold on. Let me say something to you. And I have something that share with me that I must carry. We're not talking about a quarter of growth. We have growth that basically occur in a quarter. We're talking about a year of growth. Right? And the year of growth, the largest, and the PIOJ starting is there. You can go on it. The last time that the Jamaican economy grew the last time the economy grew by 3% or 3.5% was in 2007 under Portia Simpson Miller. Hello, caller? We lost the caller? All right, so... Yeah, I hear you, nephew. But rap for me, because I have some more. Please.
I just say, I'm not disputing that. I know, but you still don't read nowhere under the jail.
No, I'm saying to you that what happened, we're putting the facts out there.
Yes.
All right, thanks. Bless you. All right, respect, nephew, respect. All right, so the lines are open, 876-212-9824 and 876-462-0919. All right? So, hello, caller.
Hi, Conrad, morning.
Hi, Marie. How are you doing? Mm-hmm.
My ears are hurt me. Gosh. You know, wow.
Why? All viewers content, man. All viewers content. Don't worry.
But that man is so disingenuous. And then him slow talking for the emphasis. And him knows to be a lie, I tell. Him have Monday and Wednesday, you know, Conrad.
No, man.
Gosh,
Him have every day. Him have every day. We take calls every day. All right, Mary, please don't put me in that invidious position, man. Please, do. We entertain everybody, right, darling. We entertain everybody. Yeah, we entertain everybody. I am sure. Sorry, hold on. I am sure, as I do, I entertain everybody, whether it is whether the person support the PNP or the JLP, and I am sure that my colleague Gabby will entertain everybody, whether they're the JLP or PNP callers. This is Sleek Radio, and that's where we're going. We go across the board. There's no favoritism here, and we are happy for every listener, every caller. All right? Thanks.
Yeah.
Go ahead, ma'am. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. All right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. All right. Take some Percocet or something like that.
Go ahead, Mary, please. Jesus of mercy. Go ahead.
Yeah, my daughter brings some. I got take some. Yeah. All right. Conrad. You know something? I look a lighter note and I see where Harry, the Sussexes, why don't people that can't change them name accordingly? Where they're planning to go back to England.
Yes.
You know, more they expect that because the little kids them have to pick up that British accent.
They have mend their relationship with their father, with the king and prince.
Family is very important, but that British accent is also important. Got them a royalty, and the kids are at the right age where they're going to get it back. But I want to say, I'm more for Megan. I hope that, it will be okay for her. Because the way that Professor Guy, it didn't end up too long. Because the British media, them terrible.
Yeah,
they are relentless.
One would remember what happened to Princess Di.
Yeah, every day them give it to her. So I just hope our mental health will be all right. That them not drive her to the to something drastic. And what happened to William and Harry happened to Archie and Lilibet. Family is important, and I'm happy. Because the woman are there every day. And whatever. But I know Harry is strong, because if he's never strong, he would never walked away with his family. So, I know him strong. I do them every day. Harry loves Megan, and Megan's love Harry. Megan loves Harry.
It certainly appeared to us that way based on what we're saying. All right. Respect.
All right. Let me say something now. Conrad.
Yeah.
You see what Neville is talking about. Then Neville, you not mention 4 in 5 or 5 in 4. You're not mentioning about that failed effort. That was brilliantly touted, because it was all these brainiacs that was on that committee.
And they got an economy. They got an economy that was on a a trajectory, and that's why they basically said that, and it basically failed miserably.
Well-oiled playing field, and stuff. That Dr. Phillips, we under the auspices of the most honorable Portia Simpson Miller, 7th Prime Minister, and stuff. And then Neville, you're talking about economy growth. Neville, do you know that it was under PNP administration that a lot of people were propelled into middle class status? Neville, we had Mona Heights development coming in, Harbour View. We had all over Portman and all of that. Neville, you remember? You forget
also by way of the record, it will show you that in the 1970s, the Jamaican was about, I think it was about close to 60 plus 70% of the population was illiterate, and that is why the whole basis of free education from up to university level, and also the implementation of Jamal because a number of adults who were unable to read and write, they were basically, thrust into them. But I have to go ahead quickly, because I have a lot calling. I have a lot of people calling.
I know so much dispute. All right, listen, Mama, take it back. Look, Conrad, Jamal never just start under Joshua, Jamal was there from Jamaica Welfare with Norman Manley, You see that lantern that is on the Jamal thing? That started with Norman Manley, with Jamaica Welfare. They had instituted programs with, people teaching,
the emphasis on the main push basically came in the 70s.
Me I said this for nephew who them love underestimate what a PNP administration has done. Because PNP are always for people. And nephew, when I brought down people house, I don't remember come off because whatever.
All right. Thanks a lot. Thanks a lot. Thanks a lot. Thanks a lot, Marie. Thanks a lot. Well, sorry, Marie, that wasn't did not cut you off, but I think something may have happened there. All right. Okay, so let's continue to take the calls. Take the break. All right. Let's we're up on we're not quite up on the break yet. We are at 27 minutes after 11. The number is 876-212-9824. That's 876-212-9824 and 876-462-0919. Remember that we're streaming live at www.sleekradio.com. We're also live on Conrad Obi, the Fireman YouTube channel. We're also live on Sleek Radio 93 FM YouTube channel, and it's Thursday. We are also broadcasting, simulcasting with Fit FM. Let's go to the phone line. We'll take this call. We have 2 minutes before we go to the break. Hello, caller.
Yes, sir. Good morning.
Wait, hey, Milton, what's up, man? How you do?
Not too bad. Oh, first thing first. Last Thursday,
Milton?
I think the two personalities were, Sadiq and Anatani and Mr. George Davis.
Hold on. This is Sleek Radio on, sir.
What did I say?
What you say about you're calling some name of some people who have nothing to do with Sleek?
Yeah, that's Attorney Sadiq Bernard and Mr. George Davis and Nationwide. They were speaking about the legal and social issue of that demolition exercise in Trelawney.
Yes. All right, hold Milton, please hold. Let's go to the 11:30 break and come back to you. Please hold. Hello. Please hold. Let's go to the final break. Sue, come.
Sleek Radio 93 FM is broadcasting live from the University of the West Indies Mona campus and streaming for the culture across America and the world. Stay connected to the music, conversations, and stories that matter. Listen online at sleekradio.com and follow us on Instagram at Sleek. For advertising and sales opportunities, call 876-49955 or email sales@sleekradio.com. Sleek Radio 93 FM, streaming for the culture.
Mars Group Limited is shaping the future through science, innovation, and sustainable impact. From advanced agriculture and resilient food systems to nuclear science, cutting-edge healthcare, and data-driven solutions, Mars builds ideas that improve lives and protect communities. Guided by research, integrity, and long-term value, Mars pushes boundaries where it matters most. Mars Group Limited, where innovation meets impact.
it and pin it, every rubbish in a pan. No dirty up the place, this a we island. So keep Jamaica, keep Jamaica. Say make we do it, keep Jamaica clean. Beg you listen to me please. No plastic bag, no fear blowing on the breeze. No proper garbage, disposal, recycle plastic, now make it full up in the streets. Bag it and pin it, every rubbish in a pan. No dirty up the place, this a we island. So keep Jamaica, keep Jamaica. Say make we do it. A message from the National Solid Waste Management Authority.
Property owners, pay your property tax arrears now. Visit your nearest tax office, Linstead Old Harbour and Spanish Town. Pay by cash, debit or credit card and take your TRN if you're paying by check. Property tax pays for street lights, garbage collection and disposal, parochial road rehabilitation and beautification. Contact your tax office or the St. Catherine Municipal Corporation at 876-984-3111 or 984-3112. Avoid legal actions. Pay your property taxes now.
This is the GOJ Minute for Thursday, August 20. The Ministry of Education, Skills, Youth and Information is preparing alternative arrangements for schools that may not be fully repaired by the start of the 2026-27 academic year in September. The Caribbean Examinations Council, CXC, is reporting that 50% of hurricane-impacted centers in Jamaica selected modified approaches as part of its recovery strategy. The St. Catherine North Police Division has recorded a 42% reduction in murders since the start of the year. And the Director General of the Planning Institute of Jamaica, PIOJ, Dr. Wayne Henry, says Jamaica is on track to return to pre-Melissa levels in 2027, ahead of the 3-year projected timeline. That was the GOJ Minute. For more information about these and other stories, visit jis.gov.jm.
A production of the Jamaica Information Service, the voice of Jamaica.
Host your next event at the UWI Regional Headquarters. Our venue, located in Mona, Kingston, features reconfigurable meeting and rooms, lounges, and lawn space for events large, small, and anywhere in between. Our facilities can be tailored to suit any occasion, from stylish soirees to formal business meetings. Call 876-927-2425 or 876-455-9346 to book your event. The UE Regional Headquarters, where great minds come together.
At Nutrium AG Farms, fresh, sustainable food starts right here on fertile Jamaican soil, grown with care, harvested with pride, and delivered to your table. With innovative, resilient agriculture and regenerative practices, Nutrium helps build food security for our nation and beyond. Every seed planted, every crop nurtured supports healthy families, thriving communities, and a stronger future for all. Nutrium AG Farms, growing food, growing hope.
Yo, Sleek fam, wake up and lock in with the morning mentions.
That's right. Weekdays from 7 to 9 a.m. It's your daily dose of what's hot, what's trending, and what everybody's mentioning.
From viral moments and social media drama
to real-life issues, culture, and the conversations that matter.
If it's making noise in the comments,
we're bringing it straight to the airwaves.
I'm Juan.
I'm Danae.
Catch morning mentions weekdays 7 to 9 a.m.
Only on Sleek Radio 93.5 FM.
Streaming for the culture.
Welcome back. We're in the final half an hour of the program. We're going to try to breeze through the calls. So not even going to mention all the platform. Just going to take your calls and go through. Welcome, caller. Welcome to At the National Level right here and Sleek Radio. Hello, caller.
I'm still here.
Yeah, Milton. Yeah, man.
Yes, sir. The attorney's legal presentation, I will avoid that for obvious reasons.
Mm-hmm.
But in terms of the social part, according to Mr. Bernard, the owner of that property in Trelawney has been lobbying the Prime Minister for 10 years
to
no avail in 10 years so that the people could be relocated. That aspect, not to do with the court now, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Socialists is coming to say I'm going to avoid his legal
You're saying that Saeed Bernard, my good friend, young Saeed Bernard, he's now a full-fledged attorney. You know, I mean,
I give him his title, you know.
I am aware. I'm aware. I'm
Oh,
just saying
okay.
something. Remembers here, Saeed cut his teeth. You know, Saeed was here. I basically would have contributed a lot to his growth as well. I must say. So hold on. No, please. So I'm saying to you that well, go ahead. Make your point.
Come like when I'm sure tomorrow morning talk the following. Anyway, all right. Yes, sir. So I can't to the well-learned attorney. The gentleman said for 10 years the owner of the property have been lobbying the Prime Minister.
Yes, I hear you.
And the Prime Minister to no avail.
Wow. Well,
and he went as far to say the Prime Minister wasn't the most honorable under Holness. The Prime Minister was Portia Simpson Miller. Everybody knows that Portia Miller never wasn't Prime Minister. Portia was only Prime Minister for little under 7 years, not 10 years. So it was impossible for the gentleman to be lobbying Mr. Simpson Miller for 10 years. Yeah, laugh a big man.
No, I agree. And remember also that those 10, the years of Portia Simpson Miller, it wasn't a continuous 7 years either.
It's not, you never reached 7, under 7.
It was under 7. Portia served a little bit over a year, and then she served for 4 years. So I don't know where Saeed get that nonsense from.
And Mr. Davis, both gentlemen, they are well-learned people in their field, you know.
Absolutely. But it goes to show when people have an agenda. But I'm a little bit taken aback. I'm a little bit surprised that Saeed went down that road. But basically, maybe he is suffering from youthful exuberance. I don't know.
All right? And no member of the party, PNP, so they don't listen to Nationwide. I know what for PNP don't listen to Nationwide. But with the greatest respect to the party, if any influential person in the party heard that conversation on Nationwide, and never it's not released, make the public know.
Maybe they can request the tape, sir. Have to leave you though, Milton. I want to take a couple more. Milton?
Big up yourself, man.
All right, bless you, and thanks for calling. Good to hear you.
And big up, I've heard Miss Richard in a long time. Big up.
Yeah, man, she is listening. All right, she's smiling. All right, respect. All right, so that's Milton there calling through. Haven't had him for a little bit, but he is there. All right, the number is 876-212-9824. That's 876-212-9824. I've been mentioning the YouTube channel. We are up live on Sleek Radio. Let me give it to you. So we're the YouTube Sleek Radio 93 FM. That's the YouTube channel there. And of course, we're also up on my YouTube channel, Conrad Obi, the Fireman. So you have double offering there. We're also streaming live on Fit FM this morning. They are live down there in the western end of the island. They blanket that area there on their band. And indeed, we are up on the www. Well, so stick and stay with us. I got some calls earlier from persons out in the Washington Gardens area saying that they are not hearing us on the FM band. Don't worry. That will, we are aware of some of the block spots, as it were, you know, the spots that are basically, you're not hearing us. And don't worry, the management and the technical team working on all of those things. All right? Hello, welcome, caller.
Good morning, Conrad, and good morning to your listeners. And I just want to say God bless everybody because that is very important, you know. All of us need blessing.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Yes. Let me ask you, Anthony, where you are now, you're picking us up on the FM band? On the radio?
You know, I didn't try this morning because I've been trying from weeks and weeks and weeks, and I can't get it.
All right, good. So I was just informing that, listen, all of those issues are being worked on as we speak. So in a jiffy, you all will be able to just turn on your radio and you get us there, all right? They are being addressed. Go ahead.
Okay, well, that is good. Because I wouldn't have to use so much credit to listener on the phone.
All right, good.
You know, I'm going to talk about two things. I want to make it sharp. You know, I saw a video of, you know, I don't want to say Mr. George Davis, believe me, because that would be too much respect. George Davis, you know, saying that he wished that Kukudu would
was alive.
pass away. Was alive, right, exactly. And, you know, that would have been really mixed song. You know, to say to leave people and leave it alone. And the man was there like he was mocking the people of Super Senior.
Yeah,
and
it
the man
was quite
laughing and
intemperate. It was quite intemperate, and you know, as I said, my friend George, I really disappoint with him. You don't do that. You don't do that in the height of people's grief, you know. And I'm sure that, well, I would imagine that in his quiet moment, he would reflect and, you know, do the right thing and apologize for it.
But it's not the first he have done so disgusting things. So I don't think that would have been reflecting. It's a more than one time he have done disrespectful things to the Jamaican people. More than one. Because they can't, man might also disrespecting the Jamaican people already. You know, so not the first. And you know, I don't know if you could shed some light on the 70s and the 80s where GDP is concerned. That is very important. I want if you can share on that.
Yes, we'll do that. Obviously, in the 70s, we had a lot debt to GDP ratio. In the 1980s, we have the highest debt to GDP ratio. It went up as high as 262% in the 1980s. The debt to GDP ratio, yes.
That is very important. That shows how much the economy could have been growing and how many cases in the economy for you know, people to do business and so forth and to pay the debt, because that is very important, you know. And the reason why I want some light on it because what Neville said this morning, you know. So I want to shed some light and explain to the people what it is.
Thanks.
And how those things work.
Thanks a lot. Thanks a lot.
So take care of yourself and God bless everybody.
All the best. Enjoy the weekend. Thanks.
Okay.
All right, good. All right, so that's our friend there, Anthony. He's over there in where is it, Anthony, again? He's over there in East Rural St. Andrew. That's the constituency that is represented in the House of Parliament by the Speaker, Mrs. Juliet Holness. Hello, caller?
Morning again, sir.
Yes.
I realized that I was cut off. I don't know what.
No, you wasn't cut off by us. Something happened with the technology, and we lost you. Thanks for calling.
I realized. Yeah, I was saying that France is now collapsing. There are massive demonstrations taking place in France as a result of from Africa. The uranium, the diamond, whatever, from Africa.
That they
so that the economy is now collapsing.
Years. That they plundered and reaped for years. Wow.
We can learn a lot from what is happening, you know. Even they were required to put a large sum of money into the French banks and so on as reserve currency and things like those. Their money was tied to the French money. I know that what's going to happen is that they're going to devalue your money so low that in the long end you can buy very little. Countries in Africa, they were suffering from lack of electricity and so on, yet they were producing the most uranium that was shipped to France. And they were able to produce electricity at a very, very cheap rate, while the people in Africa, they were suffering. Compare that with Jamaica. We have bauxite, and what they told us, that it's too expensive to convert the bauxite to aluminum.
Absolutely.
And there are so many things, right? Look at with coffee, with cocoa, all of those things. It's just raw material. And we don't realize that there's no way we are able to make it if we continue to allow them to finish up the product.
Yeah, because
that is where the money make.
That's what I was about to say. That's what happened. That's where the real money is, at the finished product. And
right.
Yeah.
So a lot of things, man, and that's where me blame even the People's National Party. If you're gonna make a difference in this country, you have to go study what happened in Africa.
Well, put it this way.
No textbook.
Put it this way, Mr. Lewis. You don't have to apologize, If there's something that you are looking at when it comes to Jamaica, and both political parties need to have made blunders and need to recalibrate, they must. And that is why right now we're looking at and we're saying that especially in this new era with technology and certain things at your fingertip and so on, Jamaica should be doing much better. We're offering now 3 consecutive quarters of economic decline. Right? We're seeing
I'm not afraid.
Mr. Lewis, we're pinning our hope on this BPO sector that is very fickle. See it now going in. And as I've been saying, that a lot of the buildings that were built were building specific. Now that them are go, what will happen to our buildings? What we're going to put in them? Well, I guess another industry will come. Go ahead. We have another caller, Mr. Lewis. So wrap for me, please. Go ahead.
Yeah, I'll wrap up.
Yeah, man.
If we not change things, change the way we've been doing things, it don't make no sense. Because what has been happening, we are following the same system that the exploiters did. In Africa. The same old colonial masters, they are in control, and following the system. And instead of those guys in the PMP trying to divide up the party, because the truth about it, Mark Golding is a big threat to the system, the whole colonial, and that's why they are attacking him so much. And those guys in the PMP, we are trying to overthrow Mark. They are a part of the whole colonial system. I think I say enough.
All right, my friend.
I wrap up.
Take care. Bless you. All right.
Yes,
so
sir.
our word to the wise is sufficient. I won't add anything to what Mr. Lewis said. Hello, caller. Welcome to at the national level.
Morning, Conrad.
Hi, morning, African. Talk to me.
One to the Friday program.
When I get the information from the management station, I will be broadcasted. I will tell you. I know that you're all excited and want to hear me and Gabby together, but that's not our call, all right? No, that's not my call.
Last week, my day, and I checked and I'll get the Friday thing, and because I'm there, because I'm going to work on Friday,
All right, never mind.
I'm there, I'm look, nothing brethren.
Never mind. I'm sure, the team will basically put fix that in.
Structure the thing properly for Friday. Watch it now, no?
All right.
You see them show a hospital on TV one night. Not the other hospital, the few look at people and whether they are working, the more the fix, I'm not going to know where I'm going. We don't want to work for doing a brethren. This blame cannot spread by everybody, I'm not going to know where I'm going, man. I could think them, they know we are going fighting. Check it out, Canada, and here we are going fighting.
All right.
We are all on certain things,
All right, while I leave you, what I will tell you is that everybody, globally and so on, they said that we have the best health professionals here. My understanding is that there are a lot of things that is needed in the system, and those things have to come from government. We share about 10 things the other day that the survey shows.
The man blame the people and brethren.
All right, cool.
Get some funny thing and make a year we are going on the thing. We can't allow the thing. We have allowed the thing to the nurse them alone.
All right, Africa. All right, thanks a lot. Thanks.
It's good to be here, yeah?
Every time. So, as I was saying, we had a survey that shows 10 things that causing the problem in the hospital, and none of them were basically because of the doctors and the nurses, because of the lack of things within the hospital, and those things have to be provided by the government of the day. Hello, welcome, caller. Hello. Hi, morning.
Blessed morning, sir. Blessed morning.
How are you, sir? Welcome to the national level right here on Sleek Radio.
You're very welcome. I just want to say a quick piece.
Go ahead, sir.
What is happening in Jamaica right now is that the system or the powers that be they have put education on the back burner.
Mm-hmm.
And therefore, our young people, because the masses is the young people, being not educated with truth and with transparent in terms of their intellectual, they cannot make certain decisions or ask certain questions. Because, for example, there is a book that should be in our school system, the book by the name of Civic for Young Jamaicans. Civic for Young Jamaicans. The system, the government, the system, education minister need to get that book back in school. The JIS program that used to go around and inform people, that also needs to be looked at again. There's also a few information that we are not privy to as Jamaicans. All right.
This sounds like a new voice. This is a new caller. Yes?
Yes. There is a company by the name of C3 Metal. That company is from Canada. That company is present in Jamaica. And the CEO spoke clearly that he had met with the leader of our country. They have come to some agreement on their deal, and he has the right to dig down Jamaica for gold and other minerals. He also stated that he has gone 200 and odd, I think, meter underground or something like that. And it is damaging the parish of St. Catherine, Clarendon. That is where you go up to Gate side. And it has caused a lot of damage. The country needs to know exactly what is happening.
Good.
Quickly. Pollution in, I'm not going to point finger, but there is pollution.
Quickly, because I have one more that I must take.
All right, good. It is good and well that we have investors from overseas. Can't it be that those investors, whenever you're going to invest in Jamaica, there must be a percentage where a 60-40 or a 70-30. No investor should not come to Jamaica, invest so and then take back everything to your country.
I'll leave you with this, my caller, to say to you, that is the situation in Turks and Caicos and elsewhere. I'll get the information on it. There's a clear line as to how investment goes in that little country there. All right? Thanks a lot for calling. Let me take the final one. Thanks a lot, brother. All right? So, good. Let's take the final call right here and at the national level. Hello, caller?
Morning, Mr. O'Brien.
Hi, morning. How are you doing, Marshy? You're closing the innings. You have about 2 or 3 minutes.
Why do people of Hanover being treated so bad by the government? Because they vote a particular way?
Well, I don't know, sir, but when I listened to the MPs last night and the citizens down there, my God. It's
extremely bad. It's extremely bad. And what did JLP like to blame the PNP? We're out of power for more than 10 years now. What am I going to blame the PNP for? Why so many schools will not be open, especially down that part of the world? Why?
I don't know, sir.
They can't blame anybody for it. It's just sabotage. You know what you said? The school them when the PNP here, them I treat them kind of way. We can't say any better, but it's exactly so.
Well, you know, Marsha, I don't know. I can't buy into the whole thing that is sabotage. I have to look at it as some level of incompetence because can't say the government of Jamaica would be doing things to sabotage our students wherever you are, whichever. No, I'm saying that in my headspace and from my heart, I have to say, listen, I can't go down the road. I prefer to say, boy, it's incompetence and people are just locked in terms of how they're managing the process and so on. But sabotage to our schools for our students? No, sir.
What about Nakalva? It will not be reopened.
All right.
What about Manning? It will not be reopened. And if any part of them do open, they open a way that it won't be good. And furthermore now, concerning the people them down by where the Coopers, now the government pulling a fast one because up till now the landowner no come and no come tell us at $2 million I want the place and that's why I send them back from Bull now. bulldozer them off, you know.
Well,
that no the right now, you know.
from what we understand is that the company that basically claiming that company was basically being deregistered, and there is no benefit. There's no, because there was no beneficial owner stated there. We're waiting to see who will appear as the beneficial owner. A lot on this situation. It's quite sordid as we understand it. All right.
Then to do what they do to the people them down there, they did not have to do it. But when you have uncertified leaders, these are the things. That's, you see, when you meet in an accident on the road, you say if your vehicle not fit, a big charge, you know. You say if you're not on a license, a big charge, you know. You say if a medical doctor or nurse, medical technologist, if they are not certified on anything, you know, a serious problem, you know.
All right, Marshall.
No, this Prime Minister is not certified, and he should not be there making some.
All right, Marsha, have to leave you there. We'll leave it there, right there this morning. We have to go because we have just 2 minutes or a minute and a half to basically close up. Well, sorry, we won't be able to take any more of your calls. Let me just say thanks to all of you who are joining us on the various platforms. You joined us this morning on the 93 FM band. You also joined us at www.sleekradio.com. You also joined us on the Sleek Radio YouTube channel. That is Sleek Radio 93 FM. All right, so that's the YouTube channel. And you also join us on the Conrad Obi, the Fireman YouTube channel. And of course, we simulcast with our friends down there at Fit FM over there in Trelawney. Thanks to all of you who join us. Those of you who join us on all the platforms, as I said before. On behalf of my producer, Tanya Richards, and indeed, the man who stepped in, John Mark, I want to say thanks to him and to the entire aggregation. Join my colleague Gabby and Monday when she put the show back on the road. Until you join me again, and Tuesday, Conrad O'Brien said, Godspeed, stay safe, and continue to listen to Sleek Radio right here on the 93. Indeed, thanks a lot for joining.